Princess Scallywag and Brave, Brave Knight. One morning, the Queen looked out of her window and saw two things. The first thing she saw was the kingdom's bravest knight skipping across the drawbridge. And the second she saw was a big, bothersome dragon. Rah! "You down there," called the Queen to the knight. "If you rid this land of that bothersome dragon, you'll win the hand of my delightful daughter, Princess Scallywag." "Me marry the princess," spluttered the knight. "I couldn't possibly do that. I've heard she takes baths in the moat with the frogs and the toads." The dragon ignored their foolish tittle-tattle and carried on as usual. "Could you stop that endless roaring for just one moment?" insisted the Queen. "But it's only fair you marry Princess Scallywag," she said. "If you save the kingdom, you marry the princess. It happens in all the stories, all the time. Don't you know?" "I do know," said the knight, "but unfortunately I've heard your daughter's feet smell like 2 slabs of mouldy old cheese." "Mere rumour," sniffed the Queen with a wave of her hanky, and she carried on with the marriage plans regardless. "So, after you've done you-know-what to you-know-who, we'll boil up his bones, pickle his scales, and roast his toes over a nice warm fire. Then we'll serve him up on a bed of chopped tomatoes and green lettuce leaves, which will be the perfect for the wedding feast." The dragon felt his blood boil, smoke billowed from his nostrils, but just as he was about to reduce the Queen, her castle, and the whole bothersome kingdom to ash, the knight stomped an armoured foot. "Seriously," said the knight, "I really couldn't possibly marry Princess Scallywag. You see, I've heard she flies her grubby old knickers from the top of the flagpole." "Surely you wouldn't let a pair of harmless bloomers stop you from marrying my daughter, would you?" scowled the Queen. "Maybe," said the knight. "Well, I'm not having this story end without the Princess Scallywag getting married and living happily ever after. So you'll just have to marry her," said the Queen, pointedly pointing at the dragon. "Me?" gasped the dragon, suddenly looking flustered. "But I've only come here to burn down the entire kingdom." "No excuses," said the Queen. "Princess Scallywag," she called, "a lovely dragon actually wants to marry you. So come out now and show yourself before he changes his mind," and flies off. "Oh dear," chuckled the Queen. Once the dragon had gone, I don't think he liked the sound of Princess Scallywag at all. "They never do," laughed Princess Scallywag, throwing her armour with a triumphant clunk. "But we always have such fun getting rid of them." "But how will we live happily ever after now?" giggled the Queen. "Well," said Princess Scallywag, "we could always carry on doing just what we've always done." "One problem," shrugged the Queen. "We've scared away every single dragon in the land." "She was the prince all along." "We'll just have to move on to bigger and better things," grinned Princess Scallywag. And later that afternoon, thump, shudder, grrr. That's exactly what they